All right, we're going to go over installment buying, which is another way of borrowing money. So, installment buying is paying for something over a period of time, just like a loan. And an installment plan is a plan made between a buyer and a seller to pay for an item over time rather than all at once. These are often done with larger purchases, but of smaller items. So, you take out loans usually for cars and mortgages for homes, but for objects such as TVs or other kitchen appliances, computers, those are what we mostly do installment plans for. A lot of times you go to a rent-to-own place to get these done. Sears, if they're still in business, things like that. A lot of times you'll see things like no down, but usually there is a down payment. So no down means they do not expect anything up front, but a down payment is a one-time payment at the beginning, so your upfront cost that decreases the loan and is not calculated towards the interest. So just like a loan, you are paying a monthly balance which includes an interest, and the item is still the seller's property until you pay it off. So if you don't pay it off, that's when the repo guy comes and takes it from you. Okay, so example 1. Alicia wants to buy a new computer listed for $709.97. It's a cheap computer. She decides to buy the computer on an installment plan that requires a down payment of $75 and a 12 monthly payments of $59 each. What total price will she pay for the computer? So it doesn't tell us an interest. The company did all the math for her. So she knows she's going to spend $75. We're going to make an algebraic equation out of this. So $75 plus $59 every month. We do know that it's for a total of 12 months. So now it's going to be 75 plus 59 times 12. So now you're going to use your order of operations. This is where I'm going to get mathy on you. You remember order of operations, right? With PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, and then addition, subtraction. So 12 times 59 will be 708. Whoop. Tack on that $75 and solve. And you get $783. So step 1, essentially create your equation. Of course, in your head, you're not going to say M. You probably already knew you were going to do 59, not 55, 59 times 12. So you probably already went to here. And then solve. So we do know she's going to pay a total of $783. Now, what I want you to do for the next example, what do you notice about the listed price and what Alicia paid? Well, she paid $783. And the original listing in the equation was $709.97. She had a significant increase in what she paid. That is because the seller tacked on an interest. But since they calculated it for you, we don't know what percentage increase that Alicia paid for this computer. So in example 2, I want to know what this interest rate is, because before I decide on an installment plan, I need to know how much I'm paying extra to see if it's really worth it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to find the difference between total cost and listed price. That's my first step. So my total cost was $783 and my listed price was this. Okay, and that difference is a $73.03. Now I'm going to use the formula that we've been using all along. Okay, so you have the interest is equal to the principal times the rate times time. But we got to manipulate this formula because we don't know the interest rate. So I'm going to manipulate it for you. So I want to find the rate of interest. This will give me my percentage. So the principal, so this is step one, is $708. So that's how much they gave her. And the time, it says 12 months, so that's 1 year. We know the interest. I should have labeled that up here. The interest is this amount. That was the difference. That's the amount we paid in interest. We just need to know the rate, what they multiplied it by to get this interest. So now we're going to calculate. So the rate, interest on top, so $73.03, divided by the principal times the time. Okay, when I do that, since the smaller number is on top, we're going to get a decimal. We're just going to divide because percents are just division. Fractions are just division. So if I divide this, I'm going to use my calculator, of course, to make my life easier, and I get this. That is a decimal, not a percent. Remember, to find a percent, we need to take this number and move the decimal places 2 places to the right, and we get 10.31%. Usually they don't look at that one, it'll just be 10.3%, but there's your percent. I'm going to give you a review on percents quickly, as you will be doing it as part of your assignment. So percents are part of a whole, just like a fraction. That is 10% of the whole price. The whole price is 100%. The interest rate was 10% of that. So to find the percent from two numbers, you're going to set it up as a fraction first. Joanne takes home $2,400 a month, and she spends $720 a month or each month on food. What percentage of her take-home pay is for food? So I want to know the percentage of food compared to her entire income. So I'm just going to divide. Remember the zero rule, I can cross those out. Now I have 72 over 24 or 240. If there's 2 zeros at the end, you can cross them out always. So now we have a simplified fraction to some extent. I can simplify it some more. And I get 9 divided by 30. And of course, if you just put this in your calculator or this in your calculator without reducing, that is fine too. I can reduce even more and I get 3 over 10. So with the reduction, 3/10 would be the same as 30% because you moved it 2 spaces for tenths. So, or 1 space for tenths. So if it was in hundreds, it would be the percent. Either way, I put any of these fractions in the calculator, I will get 0.30. And to move it to a percent, I just move the decimal place over. And I get 30%. Okay, so all you need to remember is put the fraction in the calculator. You'll get a decimal, move it over 2 spaces, and add your percent sign. All right, so unless there is more instruction that you need, please let me know if you do. I'm going to let you go ahead and do your assignment now.